Historically significant things that happened on June 1st. June 1st stands as a monumental and transformative date in global history, bridging the gap between pioneering technical innovations, massive media evolutions, and foundational political shifts. On this day in 1869, Thomas Edison received his very first patent for the electric vote recorder, marking the dawn of his legendary career as an inventor. Nearly a century later, the landscape of information and communication was altered forever when the cable news network, CNN, went on the air in 1980, launching the world's first 24-hour television news network. The date is also deeply etched with profound historical moments, from the 1533 coronation of Anne Boleyn as Queen of England to the iconic cultural debuts of Superman in 1938 and the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in 1967. From deep-sea exploration milestones like James Clark Ross locating the North Magnetic Pole in 1831 to major corporate and economic structural shifts, June 1st highlights an extraordinary tapestry of human ambition, creativity, and progress. Let us look at the significant historical events of June 1st, categorized by cultural, educational, financial, physical, mental, relational health, political, professional, social, spiritual, and scientific and technological points of view. Historically significant things that happened on June 1st. Debut of Superman. Action Comics #1 was published, with a cover date of June, introducing the world to Superman and effectively launching the modern superhero genre. 1967. Release of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. The Beatles officially released their landmark concept album in the United States, deeply influencing the psychedelic rock era and global music production. 1968. Simon and Garfunkel hit #1. The iconic folk rock duo's hit single, Mrs. Robinson, famously featured in the film The Graduate, reached the #1 spot on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart. 1999. Launch of Napster. The pioneering peer-to-peer file-sharing internet service was officially released, fundamentally disrupting the global music industry and changing consumer media habits forever. Historically significant things that happened on June 1st, from educational point of view. 1837. Foundation of the Royal College of Art. Originally established as the Government School of Design in London, this premier institution opened its doors, shaping the future of global art and design pedagogy. 1974. Creation of the Rubik's Cube. Hungarian architecture professor Erno Rubik invented his famous 3D mechanical puzzle as a working model to help his university students understand three-dimensional spatial geometry. Historically significant things that happened on June 1st. From financial point of view, 1916. First National Bank of Boston opens in Buenos Aires. Marking a major milestone in American international banking expansion, the institution opened its first South American branch to capture growing agricultural and trade capital. 2009. General Motors files for bankruptcy. In one of the largest corporate restructuring events in history, the American automotive giant filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, leading to massive state-backed financial interventions. Historically significant things that happened on June 1st, from physical, mental, relational health point of view. 1981. First reports of a rare pneumonia. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, internally logged a sudden cluster of rare pneumonia cases among young men in Los Angeles, which would be publicly reported days later as the dawn of the global AIDS epidemic. 2004. Ireland imposes public smoking ban. Ireland became the first country in the world to implement a comprehensive nationwide ban on smoking in all workplaces, including pubs and restaurants, profoundly impacting public respiratory health. Historically significant things that happened on June 1st, from political point of view. 1533, coronation of Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn was formally crowned Queen of England at Westminster Abbey, marking a pivotal moment in the English Reformation and King Henry VIII's break from the Catholic Church. 1792, Kentucky becomes the 15th state. The Commonwealth of Kentucky was officially admitted to the Union, breaking away from Virginia to expand early American Western territory. 1796, Tennessee admitted to the Union. Just 4 years later, on the exact same date, Tennessee was officially admitted as the 16th U.S. state. 2001, Royal Massacre in Nepal. Crown Prince Dipendra shot and killed 9 members of his own family, including King Birendra and Queen Aishwarya, before turning the gun on himself, plunging the nation into political upheaval. Historically significant things that happened on June 1st, from professional point of view. 1921. The Tulsa Race Massacre concludes. A white mob decimated Greenwood, a wealthy black neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma known as Black Wall Street, completely destroying vibrant professional practices, real estate businesses, and thousands of livelihoods. 1980. Launch of CNN. The cable news network officially went on the air, altering the landscape of journalism and establishing the professional standards, demands, and continuous cycle of 24-hour television news broadcasting. Historically significant things that happened on June 1st, from social point of view. 1888, Civil War veterans establish Memorial Day traditions. The Grand Army of the Republic, an organization of Union veterans, formalized widespread decorative practices on this day, strengthening early institutional structures for remembering fallen soldiers. 2015, capsizing of the Eastern Star. A cruise ship carrying over 450 people capsized on the Yangtze River in China during a severe storm, triggering a massive national rescue operation and profound social grief as one of the country's worst modern maritime disasters. Historically significant things that happened on June 1st, from spiritual point of view. 1660, execution of Mary Dyer. Quaker convert Mary Dyer was hanged in Boston, Massachusetts, for repeatedly defying a Puritan law banning Quakers from the colony, making her a historic martyr for religious freedom in North America. 1893, dedication of the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. The foundational cornerstone laying and initial dedication structures took place in New York City for what would become one of the largest Christian cathedrals in the world. Historically significant things that happened on June 1st from scientific and technological points of view. 1831. Discovery of the North Magnetic Pole. British naval officer and explorer James Clark Ross successfully located the position of the North Magnetic Pole on the Boothia Peninsula during an Arctic expedition. 1869. Thomas Edison's first patent. The prolific inventor received his very first official patent for the electric vote recorder, a device built to automatically tabulate legislative votes. 1962. Launch of Oscar II. The second amateur radio satellite was successfully launched into low Earth orbit, advancing civilian global communications tech and testing tracking capabilities. 1990. U.S. and USSR signed Chemical Weapons Accord. Presidents George H.W. Bush and Mikhail Gorbachev signed a historic technological treaty to halt chemical weapons production and systematically destroy their respective chemical stockpiles. Hi viewers, family and friends. How did you like the content of this video? Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please write in the comments your name and the place you are watching from. Since our viewing family is spread all over the world, it will be nice to know which city and the country you are watching from, so I can say hello to you. Science and technology. Reading and listening to the historical accomplishments on this date of those who have gone before us, I, as a professional engineer with interest in structural engineering, energy-efficient buildings, ICF construction, and as Google Docs expert with interest in spreadsheet-based solutions, draw inspiration to ask of myself the million-dollar question: what would I accomplish today? Think about the Japanese practice of Kaizen. Let me know in the comments, what would you accomplish today? Your subscribing to the channel inspires me to post more such videos. Thanks for your patronage. See you in the next video. Sincerely, Yogi Anand.